Welcome back to another episode of the eyeBytes podcast. I am one of your wonderful hosts, Daniel, and with me as always, the Daniel son to my Mr. Miyagi, Sajandeep. Hey man, how you doing?
That's a new one. I'm doing well. How are you doing, man?
Not bad. I've been watching Mr. Miyagi, the Karate Kid, a couple of weeks ago. So I make it a habit of trying to compare you to another person by using famous names. So we've used like Batman, Robin, and Bill and Ted. Actually, we didn't use that one yet. But Rick and Morty, all those famous couplings, those famous duos. So
keep doing that. Maybe one day I'll be famous. So anyway,
well, we'll see. That's still to be debated. But this week I was like, I watched the Karate Kid. I'm like, hey, Mr. Miyagi, Daniel's son. For those of you wondering who the hell I'm talking about, dude, like check the 80s, man. Great movies in the 80s. Mr. Miyagi was like the karate master, and he was like Daniel-san, awesome guy. Wonderful actor too. But anyway, so anyways, to move forward, how you been, man? We haven't done this in like a month and a half. The last time we did it was like Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It was a while ago, but no, I'm okay now. Last couple of weeks, I wasn't kind of feeling okay. A little bit of dizziness going on. Then that transferred into a little bit of a flu. So I'm recovering.
Old
so
age.
in my right now, it's attacking my throat a little bit, but everything else is I'll be fine. I'll survive.
Well, just don't take it easy. Drink a lot of fluids and get a lot of sleep, and yeah, it'll be fine. Just always go see a doctor. If anything is serious, don't waste time. Go see a doctor because you never know what you might have. So, but true. I know we skipped January because I think we had 2 episodes in December, beginning of December and like Christmas Eve. So we kind of skipped January, and we're doing February this month. And so. To be, just to say, we have a special day coming up in a couple of days, actually, or a few days. It's Valentine's Day, man. Any plans? Any lady friends or plans or dates or anything like that for Valentine's Day?
Me? No, I'm recovering still.
You're recovering addict or something? No. Still recuperating. So no lady friends, no Valentines, no cards to girls saying, "Will you be my Valentine?"
No, how about you?
I have no life, no girlfriend, no friends. So you're my only friend, and I'm not even sure if you're real. You're real, right? You're not fictional.
I'm an AI. I am a robot.
Oh, jeez, wow. I should call Google. This AI sucks, man. Jeez. No, again, I don't have any plans for Valentine's Day. It's no relationships whatsoever. I'm still looking though, but you know what? I'm enjoying my life, just working and podcasting and other stuff as well. But actually, I might have some news down the road. I'm working on another project. You know what it is, but our audience probably doesn't know it yet. But eventually, I'm dabbling into the world of voiceover work. So we'll see if that pans out. I hope so. It'd be great, but who knows? We'll see. But other than that, bought anything new or anything new in your gadget tool belt, or has it been a very inexpensive or boring couple of months?
I actually have been saving up these days now.
What?
Right? I know. It's not me. I know.
My goodness, are you okay? You said you were sick, so that makes sense.
I was sick, but like I did buy something for the camera mount because I was having a hard time unmounting the thing. Okay. So I bought like an easy clip thing. So I promise this year it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be making some videos.
YouTube videos.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what? I think our audience has given up that because
99.99999% there. As soon as I got better, I'm going to be pumping up some videos.
That's what you said about the website too, that you're going to work on it, and we all know how that turned out.
The website, the website. I'm gonna have to change clients. I may use something else because I know it's not accessible. I don't know where my H1s are at. It's all H2s. The contrast is good, so give me high five on there.
That's good.
But anyway, we're working on it.
Okay. No. Well, for me, nothing really new. Although I did post this on Mastodon a couple of weeks ago. So I've been struggling with trying to find something when I like. All right. So since I upgraded to the 15 Pro Max, I got the Belkin docking station, the one that has a MagSafe on it and does a watch, and pretty awesome. Love it.
MagGo 2, right? Or MagGo?
No. This is the Belkin one.
Oh, the Belkin, sorry.
Yeah, the Belkin has it's when it goes on my desk, on my nightstand, and when I go to bed, I put my phone on it. I put my watch. There's a little Qi charge in the front. I can put my AirPods or another phone. But I've been trying to find one that I can travel with. And I know a while back ago, we talked about this. You recommended the Mophie. I bought the Belkin one. I thought it was a travel one. It was the size of a brick. And I'm like, this is not travel worthy. So I end up looking around. I put the Mophie on my wish list and I waited. January came around and CES came around and Anker announced a slew of new products, including one which I ended up buying. It's called the Anker MagGo 3-in-1 foldable wireless charging station. So I've had it for a few weeks and I did tell people I was going to talk about it and just, give my feedback on it. So right now I have it in my hands. So imagine a deck of cards, rather thick deck of cards. And on the bottom, you have, there's 4 rubber feet, which is awesome. So if you're holding it upwards where the MagSafe circle is facing you, but at the top, below the MagSafe, you have the Anker branding. Above that, you have the circular MagSafe for your phone, which also acts as a Qi 2 charger as well. So you can use this for your regular phone if you want. Although with MagSafe, it's going to stay on a little bit more securely than if you just put a Qi 2 phone. Qi 2 phone. So while you're holding it
by the way, it's backwards compatible. You don't need to have a Qi 2 phone.
Yeah, you can have any other phone. It doesn't matter. It's just if you have a MagSafe phone up to, I think, iPhone 12 and newer, if you have Qi 1 or Qi, whatever you use to charge your phone, if you can charge with a Qi, this will work on this as well. And like I said, size of a deck of cards. So if you're holding it up with the MagSafe circle and the top facing you, you can, if you grab the top of the top edge, you can pull that top half towards you. So it goes kind of like a nightstand mode. Beneath that, again, at the top the bottom half, the top half has a square patch, rubberized patch, which you can put another Qi charging device. So you can put another phone down there if you want. I've done it and it works. Or you can put your AirPods Pro, first or second gen, as long as it's Qi, it works. And beneath the base, you have a foldable, if I can get it, watch charger. So it goes down, backwards, and then back up towards you. And so when you have this completely unfolded, it's small, compact. It has a USB-C to USB-C cable. It has a 40-watt charging brick. And for me, when you're done, you fold up the Apple Watch charger, flip down the Qi charger, and voila, it's very small, compact. And it was very inexpensive. I think Canadian, it was $129.99. So for Canadian versus the Mophie I think was $200. This is $130. So yeah. It's no, on Amazon it was $100. Actually, Apple was $199, and on Amazon this Anker was $130. So $60 less, $70 less than the Mophie. So for me, it's Anker's good branding. It's very well built. It's solid. It's got a USB-C port in the back right, the top right corner. But the cable, also the nice thing about the cable is one end is USB-C, the other end is a right angled USB-C. So you can plug the right angle on the side of the charger, so it's out of the way. And yeah, it's, for me, I love it because it's small, it's compact. And when I travel, if I go somewhere, I can carry this with me. I don't have to carry 4 or 5 cables with a couple of charging bricks. It's just one cable, one brick, and this small card-sized charging station. And again, you don't have to, you can charge just your phone at the top if you want. If you want to charge your AirPods, you do have to lift up the top half in order to get access to the AirPods charging stand. But other than that, for $130 plus tax, it's actually pretty decent. It's well built, good build quality, and I definitely love it.
Is it plastic or aluminum?
It's like a hard plastic. I think it's probably parts in metal. It's hard to tell. I think the underside of the top half is metal. And then the top bottom half, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just basically you have a deck of cards, and when you pull the top half of the deck and it folds upwards towards you, so it kind of has a V-shaped. And underneath of the top half, you have the top of the bottom half, and that's where you have vents there as well for air circulation. You got the AirPods Pro charger underneath there. But like I said, you can put your phone on any of these chargers. You can put your regular Qi phone on the top half, the bottom half, it doesn't matter. It works on either one. And like I said, I've had it for a few weeks now. I love it. I haven't traveled much yet. But at least the nice thing about this, when you fold up the top half, you have the MagSafe, and you can put your phone either in landscape mode or you can put it in portrait mode. Doesn't matter how you put it. And yeah, with MagSafe, it sticks on there and doesn't come off. So it's really good. And yeah, anybody looking for a travel one, check out the Anker. That's Anker MagGo, one word, capital MAG, capital GO, 3-in-1 foldable wireless charging station. So yeah,
this could have been a easily our own episode anyway.
Yeah, well, sorry. It's just because I know I did promise on Mastodon I was going to talk about it, and I don't know the specs. I think the MagSafe does 15-watt charging, which is kind of nice, and then the Qi charger I think do 7.5. I'm not sure the maximum capacity. I think they can do 7.5 on the bottom half, the one that has the Apple, the AirPods Pro, and the top half does 15 watts. But if your phone doesn't support 15 watt, it'll do, I think, 7.5 or 5. I don't know what the maximum is, but look, I wanted something that was compact, easy to carry. The only thing I wish this came with was a nylon pouch, so I could put everything in one pouch and instead of having everything loose. But you can buy those on Amazon anyway, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, check it out. The Anker MagGo 3-in-1. It works really well. I recommend it. So
I actually did buy something. I know that I remembered, but I didn't buy anything else. Well, I mean, I did buy a foam mattress to put in front of the fireplace, but a lot larger than the one that I had earlier. But anyway, I was looking for a coffee machine. You got me into coffee, and I ended up buying 8 different coffee machines.
That's on you, man.
And it's ridiculous. It's way too many. And you're like, why am I buying so many coffee machines? So I buy one, and then somebody in my family doesn't like one thing about it. All right, cool. I'll return it. The other one, because I don't know how we like to make espressos and cappuccinos with the milk frothing and all that jazz. All right, so I bought one. Sorry, my brother bought one before without a frother. It was just straight up coffee. You just had, with water. All right, cool. Yeah. Then my brother went and he bought another one with a milk frother with a steamer, with a steam wand that will also warm the milk up as it's frothing. We like that thing. It's awesome. But it was only 5 bars. Like, it didn't compress the coffee. It didn't it wasn't the coffee wasn't strong enough as it was cheaper, and then I found one and it's awesome. It was amazing, but the frother wasn't steamed frother, so I returned that one. I'm like, oh my gosh. So those kind of things that I'm going back and forth.
Which one did you end up buying? Because I don't want to go through the entire history of your
I know. So devices. Now I'm gonna jump to the 8th one that I currently have. Is a Chefman. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's fully automatic. So it has a touch screen, which isn't the best for accessibility wise. But you have a milk container, you have your water container that goes in the back, and the milk container has this wand thing where it, the milk comes out. So you just put your cup underneath. From the top, coffee comes out. From the side, milk comes out. So once you're done, you just take off that milk jug, put it into your refrigerator so it stays cool, and then you put it back in the machine when you need it. So that's the only downside that I have is I don't know how strong or if it's over time, if I'm keep on, day to day, I make coffee, then my brother comes down and he starts making coffee, and over time it's gonna loosen that connector. I don't know how if it's gonna break, snap, or whatever. So I'm just waiting for that day to come. Snap, gone. So it's a good automatic machine. There's a clean mode on it too. It cleans off everything. But the nice thing with the automatic, this is a fully automatic machine, by the way. I liked the other one with a manual frother is because you can make it warm. You can put it. My brother likes it a little bit cooler. My parents like it a little bit too much, like really, really hot coffee. I'm a little bit more than my brother, but less than my parents anyway. So everyone has their own taste and whatever. So I may have to switch over to a manual one, but I go to Best Buy and there's one for $1,000. They're $600-700 up. So this one that I have was like 200 something, 230, I believe. But I had a gift card for Amazon for 230, so I used it. So it was technically, I didn't pay anything for it. But my dad's like, I don't like it because I can't warm up my tea if I have to with that frother, because he used the frother to warm up his tea instead of putting it in the microwave or put it back on the stovetop. It was a lot easier.
Animal uses the frother to heat up the tea. Well.
So anyway, I have to switch back sometime. I have until the 16th to.
You may want to lay off the coffee too, because you sound pretty hyper.
I actually didn't have coffee for the past week because of what I have been feeling.
Are you okay?
I'm not feeling good.
Fine. You want to call a doctor if you're not drinking coffee? That's weird. I feel like a drug dealer. I got you into coffee. It's like. When we first met,
the amount of machines that I have, I bet Amazon's like, what's wrong with these people?
Yeah, I remember when I first met you, I was telling you, do you drink coffee? He's like, I don't drink this stuff. I'm like, what? And now you're like drinking coffee nonstop, and I'm like,
oh well, I feel like I'm
a drug dealer.
One, yeah, I would have 2 coffees, like 1 or 2, depending on the day. But now I may just do one in the morning. That's it. In the evening, instead of having coffee after work, I may have a milkshake or like with bananas or whatever. So something that's a little bit more healthier, because I want to work out after work, and coffee and some other junk food doesn't do it justice. I think because I've been working out without eating proper food, my body just gave up on me. He's like, no, this is not okay. So anyway.
Well, that's be careful with your coffee intake. But yeah, I know anybody's interested want to talk about your coffee stories. Send us an email at eyebytespodcast at
you can also send a voice message, right?
Or send a voice message. I don't know what the number is. It's
on top of my head. I don't know the number, but we will definitely mention it.
We'll mention it at the end of the podcast. Just keep your ears open at the end, and we'll mention the number and everything. So
right, but you can also if you have the Anchor app, you can always send us a voice message there, and we will play it over here if you.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we had some Apple stuff last few weeks. Apple released iOS 17.3, and then sometime later released 17.3.1. Only for the iPhone and the Apple Watch. I don't know about the Mac, but I know 17.3 actually brought in quite a few nice features, like the collaborative playlist, which we've created a list with our friends, and we have several hundred songs in that list. Thankfully,
about 355, I believe.
I probably almost 400. I don't know. I've been adding a lot of music lately. A lot of them I've added, but we have other friends that have added some music as well. But I play music on my HomePods. I'm like, this is a good song for the playlist. I'm like, I tell Shlomo, add this to the playlist, and there you go, it's done. Besides, I don't know what else big in the updates. I think 17.4 is coming out soon. I think this month or March.
And end of February most likely. We're on a beta 2 or 3 now. 3, I believe.
Okay.
And they're bringing side loading to the EU.
We have that on the
Apple.
list.
What Apple's actually doing is nice. Is they're going to be, how on Android you can have like Xbox. What is it? The Xbox gaming, the online thing. I
don't know.
I don't know. I think Xbox has. I don't really play that many games, so I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it. But they have this like cloud gaming from Xbox. Yeah. But you can actually, they're going to allow that Xbox store to be on the App Store. This is everywhere, not just the EU. So that'll be kind of cool that you can connect a controller and you can play some Xbox games on your phone.
I think it's a bit too small to play with a controller. I'd rather just use a big ass TV with an Xbox or a computer.
Yeah, you can always use a Mac, or if you have not even a Mac, an iPad. You could even if you have an Apple TV, you can always mirror it if you want. Yeah, it will be a little bit laggy, but if you want to do it, you can do it.
But there's a lot of updates, so let's check them out. I know that we have updated a little while ago at the 17.3.1. I did that, and I like the collaborative playlist, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to have with 17.4 or probably version 18 later this year. So who knows? But something else they released, which is
something finally has been released.
Yes. So finally, for those wondering what the hell we're talking about, the Apple Vision Pro has finally been released. Only in the US though, but it's been released. So
yes, only in the US.
Have you been listening to a lot of YouTube videos on the?
I've seen a lot of different challenges. People have been wearing it for 50 hours straight up. It's insane. People are going outside with it, and you know what? What I learned, some people are actually okay with the new norm by having. The reason why I'm saying that is those eyes that Apple put on the front of it's not perfect yet.
Yeah.
Right. It's not. People are saying that it's not the best looking yet, but most likely that will be improved. I think Vision OS 7 beta 1.1 was released, and it's a lot better. People are saying so. At least the beta users. So. Anyway, it's gonna get improved. It's going to improve anyways. But the thing is, people, if you just have this no eyes in front of your head, I think people would have been a little bit like, why you have this box on your head? But because of having those eyes, it kind of looks more natural. Kinda, you know what I mean? Not 100%. I mean, you have this giant headset on your head. It's not natural, but you can still see, and people can by showing your eyes. People can see that, oh, yeah, he can actually see me through those things. Yeah. And bringing or walking around in the public with it, some people were actually okay with it. Why? By looking at those videos. And it's a great thing. But for someone who's completely blind, let's just say they have no vision, I don't know how. Yes, it has additional voiceover settings or features that other devices don't have. I don't know what it has.
Well, right now, besides watching movies on Apple TV Plus or Disney Plus, I don't see any purpose for a blind person to buy this, because that's all you can really do. For me, like if I still had my vision like I used to have before, I had some vision in my right eye. And so I've been listening to a lot of YouTube videos, like not Flossie Carter, but MKBHD. I've been checking his videos out a lot. I checked iJustine. Brian Tong has actually done a video on listing all the accessibility settings. He didn't enable any of them, but he did go through the accessibility settings, and yes, voiceover is there, Zoom is there.
All the typical voiceover accessibility settings are there. They're ported over. It's just that voiceover has this new spatial sound mode. So let's say if you are, because you will, you're normally on your iPhone, you have a cursor when you swipe back and forth, it'll go through the thing. That's how you would navigate, right? Or you can just point or tap and hold your finger and drag to figure out how the app is laid out. Yeah. But because that thing has eye tracking, and as you're shifting your eyes up and down, left, right, it would actually pump out VoiceOver's audio according on where you're looking at. So that way you know where that window is according to you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to.
Well, let's say for example, when you you open a window in this virtual world, and you put the window to your left, and it's got voiceover running. Well, that window, the voiceover is going to come out of your left ear, because that's where the window is in this virtual space, which is kind of cool. But a couple of things that My Blind Life YouTube channel, awesome guy. He bought one. He went over the accessibility settings as well with voiceover, and it was pretty cool. One thing I did not know, and so if I still had my vision, because I had tunnel vision in my right eye, something that he mentioned in his YouTube channel episode was that when you set this up, you can set it up. If you have vision in one eye but not the other, you can configure it to just that one eye. So if you have only vision in your right eye, you can say, hey, instead of having both eyes or left eye, have everything run to the right eye, the right side. And I was like, dude, this is this is impressive, because I'm like, if I would have had my vision and I would have had $4,000 to blow or more, I'd be I would have probably bought one. But to know that that's a feature. What, you have one?
No. I have nystagmus, right? My eyes shake constantly, and Apple Vision Pro, if I put that thing on, it's gonna vibrate like heck. So like it's going to like
I think there's a setting for that too.
And there is a accessibility setting for that. And I'm glad Apple thought of that too. Like people have, vision, and I'm glad that they are developing accessibility features and trying to make sure that all their products are accessible to as many people as possible. And over time, they will add more features. Like you got personal voice now, right? But I don't know. It looks promising.
It's a Gen 1 too.
Again, you got to keep this in mind that this version is going to be the worst version of Vision Pro, right? Down the road.
The only thing that concerns me is if people go out in public wearing this.
Yeah,
we already have enough distractions enough as it is when we have our phones in our hands and people are using the phones and not paying attention, that now they're going to have these goggles on their face and then people are going to be able to just yank them off their head and run away with it, which is like really, like you really want to put yourself in a situation where you have a $4,000 device on your head that people can just easily yank away from your head because, hey, you're not fully paying attention to what you're doing. I remember hearing many years ago a story, I think it was Australia or Japan, or I think it was Australia. They had literally put lights in the sidewalk because people were so distracted by their phones that as they were walking, they could look on the ground, the sidewalk, and see when the lights at the intersections were changing. I'm like, seriously?
There was a third-party keyboard that would enable your back camera as you're typing.
Yeah, insane. It's like, seriously, people, like, how about you put your phone away? And like, I get for some people, it might be useful to have, like, I know for me, when I'm out and about, I like having my Bose frames on and having like soundscape on to be able to hear that. But my phone's in my pocket. It's not in my hands where somebody can easily yank it away. But which I can understand at a certain point, it's nice to have those devices, but at the same time, like, do you really need to be walking out in public with a pair of Apple Vision Pros? Like, really? Like, we have enough distractions enough as it is.
Well, honestly, I think they're just testing it. I don't think people are going to watch.
I hope not, because
they're just they're testing what is a possibility with Vision OS. They're just testing Vision OS. I don't think they're really testing the hardware or anything. The hardware is not there yet to wear it. I think it's more of a stationary device, either on an airplane or at a coffee shop or whatever. So you could be more productive with more displays around you. But it's not to wear like sunglasses or glasses walking around wherever you want. We will definitely get there. But right now the hardware isn't there yet.
Have you watched the one of the videos from Jerry Rig Everything, where he took apart the Apple Vision Pros? And so this is funny. So in his video, he mentioned that Apple claims the front is glass, laminated glass, but within I don't understand the measurement system that people use to determine the level of scratch resistance. And apparently from what I hear, most of the time phones will go up to level 6 when you start seeing small little scratches, and level 7 you start seeing those deep gouges. So I don't fully understand this system.
It's just a harder pick. It's like a sharper pick.
So he did this on the Vision Pros. Level 3, it started having scratches, like
that's
gouges.
Plastic.
Because it's like, no, this is laminated glass. No, it's not. It's like a rubber coating in the front, which is great because if you drop them, something's going to protect them. But at the same time, it's like, he's crashed those suckers really quickly. I was like, no, I was cringing when I was listening to the video. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, I hate hearing that.
Have you ever seen pictures or my agenda? I always had it in high school anyway. And every year you get a new agenda, a new picture in the front. And it's like, you know how these are like the 3D pictures if you look from one side.
Maybe in your time, but my time back in
the other side.
Back in my time, we had like, old stone tablets that we used.
No. But anyway, so I had this agenda, or so there are some pictures. They're like 3D illusions, or when you like use your nails on that thing, it makes a little plasticky, like I don't know, like a little scrapery sound. I don't know how to like describe it, but that it has that because it the way that it's designed is when you're looking at those eyes in front of you, there's actually depth to it.
Yeah.
It's not just screens that you're looking at.
Well, that's not the front.
Yes,
that's one of the lenses inside. The way it's designed, it adds that depthness to your
but
it's like the front coat is a laminated plastic. Yeah. It's a laminate that protects. If you drop it, it's supposed to protect the glass from shattering. But then when you use the pick,
the glass
it's like
is on the other side.
Yeah. But because from what Jerry Rigg mentioned was like, oh yeah, Apple claims it's glass in the front. No, it's not. It's laminated glass and it's easily scratchable. That's why they have a sock you can put in front to protect the front of the goggles. Like for me, it's like, well, it's this weird thing. I don't know. They mentioned a sock of some sort.
This is a
yeah.
cover.
So for me, if I had my vision and I had the money to blow on this product, I would never take it out of the house. I'd be like in the house. That's as far as it would not even go near the front door. It would just stay in my living room. I wouldn't even risk it. I'd buy that $200 case, or I would get a case to bring it with me everywhere I went, but I would never even cut dead going outside with this thing. Because one, I'd be too afraid of somebody stealing it, but two is like, you know what? I got enough shit distracting me. I don't need something else to distract me from what's going on. Plus, it's like, nowadays, kids today, it's like, look outside, man. There's so much beauty outside. Like, put your phones away.
That's why they put cameras in here. You can
just forget the cameras. Like, you're looking through a camera at the world outside when you can just take these things off and enjoy the beauty of outside, the nature, the trees, the birds. Just enjoy that. Forget having this technology in between. It's like, anyways, just move on there. If you got one, I'm happy for you. I personally, I never played with one, so we don't have them in Canada yet. I can't imagine the price tag in Canada. It's probably going to be like close to $5,000,
$5,000-6,000 most.
Yeah,
and look at this person put. You know how heavy the AirPods Max are, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who I was watching, but he was wearing the Apple Vision Pro, and on top of that, he wore his AirPods Max. And my God, the weight of those two things.
It's like, some people, I swear. But anyways, let's move on. So we add something else that I added. There was some talks a while back ago, MenusForAll. I don't know if you've ever used the app or play with it.
I don't know what you meant by that. I have no idea.
Basically, it's an app. It's made in the US. They made it available in Canada. It's supposed to be an app that you can load up menus from local restaurants. So instead of having to go on the website, find the menu, you can open up this one app and you can then get the menu, and it's made in an accessible format, and you can then read the menu when you're at the restaurant and then order what you want. And for a while, it's been a while since it's been out, and I had it, I tried it, and it was great. The app is fully accessible. The only thing I didn't like about it is that they claimed there was a lot of restaurants in Canada. There's barely any, not in my area anyways. There wasn't that many restaurants in my area, so I didn't really see a point in using it, so I didn't keep it for long. But there was talks that they were closing their doors because they couldn't get enough financing or something. And so by end of February, the app was going to be stop being sold or available. And I heard, was it last week on Double Tap Canada that they mentioned that, it's back. Apparently they got some funding or something and they found a way to make it continue working, and it's back.
Oh, it's back now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's called MenusForAll. I'm not too sure how it's spelled. I think it's just the word MenusForAll, all in one word.
With number 4 or the spelling?
I'm honestly not sure.
Let's find out.
People correct us. I'm not too sure, but the app is fully accessible. I've heard demos from Thomas Donville from AppleViz, and it was great. The review was awesome, but it's just for me in my area, there wasn't barely any restaurants at all, and half the time I just end up going to the Blind Square app and search for local restaurants when I'm at a restaurant, and I search for the entry that has the option for the menu, and I can just open it there and view it. But it's hit and miss. It's not always you don't always get it, but hey, you know what? It's better than nothing, and it's free.
Some restaurants I go to, and there is this QR code on the desk now. Oh my God, it's so much better, especially when their website is actually accessible. When that QR code opens that website, it is so much better. Instead of because before, like now,
but the problem is finding that QR code. That's the problem. It's like it's there, but where is it?
I know. They don't. Like, sometimes it's in the center. It's off to the side. I know. I can see how somebody who doesn't have any vision could be a difficult challenge to find the actual thing. But I found the app, and yes, it is spelled menus and the number 4 and ALL and without spaces, without any spaces. Or yeah, and it says restaurant and something.
Yeah, it's a good app. I'm glad that they're staying around because some people find it useful. For me in my area, there wasn't enough menus, not enough restaurants. So for me, it was not really useful. But maybe in more downtown areas, there might be more chances of getting menus. I live out in the country, so even when I searched for a region that was heavily populated, I didn't find a lot of menus. So I was like, but who knows? If it can be useful for you, then go for it. But yeah, other than that, anything else you want to bring up? I got a good tip though for people. Recommend that you contact your ISP, your internet service provider, or your cell provider. Call every 6 months, 8 months, or years.
Not even
every year.
No, month.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I would say maybe every 6 months, 6 to 12 months. Call them every so often, and see if you can save some money on your plans. Because for me, I have my internet plan, and I just called recently and managed to knock off $30 off the price, the monthly fee. And for my cell, I was able to knock off about $15 off a month. So yeah, it's if you're strapping for cash and you need, money's tight, keep calling your providers. And normally,
if you're looking for looking for a plan, then they said that they update it every month.
Yeah,
but if you're not looking for a plan, but like still,
I'm never looking for a plan.
6 months.
I'm never looking for a plan, but I still call every 6 to 8 months to see, hey, any promotions, any offers, and usually, they and sometimes if you really want to go far, you can tell them I want to speak to your loyalty program, and then they have access to plans, which are much better. Or if you're lucky in Canada and you work for the public service, the government, sometimes you can even get, or even your employer, sometimes whether it's the government or private, your employer might have promotions specifically for employees. I know for us in the public service, we have plans and promotions or bonuses, which is kind of nice. Basically, it's just discounts. That's all we get. But still, it's anything you can do to save money. Also, for Canadians, if you have a card with the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, you can contact your maybe your ISP, but I know your cell phone provider. You can reach out to them and say, hey, I'm visually impaired. I'm registered with the CNIB, and you can provide your card number. And sometimes they can offer you discounts as well. I know with me, I'm with Rogers Canada, Rogers Wireless, and my CNIB card gives me $20 off a month, while my government gives me a little bit more.
So 15, yeah.
So yeah, it's if you're looking for saving a bit of money, it never hurts to call your provider.
If you don't know where that number is, it took me a second, even though I have some vision.
Yeah,
it's actually written on the side of the card. If you're, I know it's kind of hard to tell the back and the front of it because they both feel the same. Yeah. But if you take your iPhone, you have CAI open or whatever, and it sees one face, well, on that side of that card where your face is, it's going on it's vertically written upwards. But yeah, it's awesome.
Definitely check it out. It's anything you can do to save some money, it never, especially nowadays with the pandemic, it's kind of, I don't know if it's still on or what, but it's we've kind of had a lot of hardship the last 4 years. So anything you can do to save a bit of money, especially with groceries costing a little bit more money and mortgages costing a bit more money, anywhere you can do to save some money, it's always worth it. So, but yeah, anything else you want to add, or are we done?
I want to buy that Vision Pro.
Jeez, of course you want to buy that. If you get a second one, can I get it for free?
Yeah, I don't know why. I was lucky. I don't know. I don't know how I get. Sometimes I get. Anyway,
you buy one thing, you get a second one for free. A lucky bum.
I mean, that happened to you once too. But anyway,
yeah, but it was something like really inexpensive. I'm like, really? Couldn't Amazon screw up on something that was really expensive and give me two of them instead of one? But
oh well. But
anyway,
other than that, I think it was a good episode. How about you?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think it was good. It was short and sweet. For anybody celebrating Valentine's Day, hope you guys have a nice romantic Valentine's Day. As for me, again, and for Sag, we're alone, so no Valentine's Day for us. And of course, my birthday's coming up in a few weeks, so it'll be nice to.
Well, happy birthday!
Oh yeah, well. I think by the time we record next episode, I think it'll be past my birthday, so it's in February. So it'll be nice, turning in, getting older, another year, yay! So, but anyways, if you guys want to email us or reach out to us or just say hey or tell us we stink, we're good or whatever, you can email us at eyebytespodcast@gmail.com, or you can reach us at 317-934-4334. Or you can also find us on our website at www.eyebytes.ca. We also are on X at eyebytes podcast, or you can find us on YouTube at eyebytes. And I think, I don't know about you, if you still have your Mastodon account, I still do. So if you want to check us out, I'm on Mastodon at That Blind Canuck at dragonscave.space. I think you haven't used your account in months, so you're probably...
I have it. I do post on something, but I don't know what my account is. It's something. If you can find me, holler at me.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. So also, if you want to email us, say hi, whatever, anything like that, comment. Also, feel free to go to Apple Podcast and review, give us a 5-star rating, or please give us a 5-star rating so we can climb up a little bit the ladders. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful February, wonderful Valentine's Day, and we'll catch you next month.